I froze in my bed, heart hammering, as a cold breath grazed my ear, deep, slow, like someone was standing right beside me. I was 13, alone, and had whispered my name. My name. In seconds, the room turned heavy, suffocating. I thought I was losing it, until it happened again. Stick with me. This nightmare's real, and it's only getting started. This story is real. I lived it, and I posted it myself. You're looking at the proof right now. My own words, straight from Reddit. Here at Friday 13, every tale is true. This one's no exception. It all kicked off about 14 years ago, when I was 13 or 14, in a house that never felt like home. I'm still shaken telling you this. Let me take you back to where it began. We moved into that house when I was 6. From day one, it creeped me out. The walls felt too close, the shadows too long. For months, I'd lie in bed, whispering to myself, there's no such thing as monsters, just to drift off. It was the only way I could shut my eyes. 2 years later, my little brother came along. When he hit 3 or 4, he took my old room, and I moved to the bigger one. That's when the screaming started. Every night, he'd wake up, shrieking, his tiny voice cracking. There's a man in the corner. He's trying to burn the room. We'd stumble in bleary-eyed and find nothing. Just him, trembling, pointing at an empty corner. We'd flick on Fireman Sam, that kid's show about a firefighter, and he'd finally settle. But it didn't stop. Even when he crashed in my mom's room, he'd jolt awake, sobbing. Someone's there. Bugs are crawling everywhere. No bugs, no man, just his terror, night after night. We told ourselves it was just nightmares. Kids, right? I wanted to believe that, but something in me wouldn't settle. Fast forward 5 or 6 years. I'm 13 now, scarfing down cereal at the kitchen table. My mom sits across from me, pale, her voice shaky. Last night, she says, I woke up to someone breathing in my ear. I thought it was your brother, but he's at his dad's. She paused, eyes wide. I flipped on the light, nobody there. My spoon stopped midair. I didn't buy it. She's just tired, I thought, but she was rattled. Next day, I catch her burning sage in her room, only her room. Why not the whole house? I asked. She shrugged. Ran out. I'll get more tomorrow. Sure, Mom. Then it hit me. I'm all school the next morning. Tonsillitis. Home alone, propped up in bed, playing The Sims. Suddenly, this bubble wraps around my head, like I'm underwater, pressure closing in. Then I hear it. Breathing. Deep. Rhythmic. Right in my right ear. The ear someone would breathe into if they were standing beside me. It wasn't scary. Not exactly. Just there. But my heart slammed against my ribs. I bolted downstairs, fumbling for my phone, yelling into it when my mom picked up. It happened to me too. She forgot the sage. Typical. I stayed downstairs all day, pulse racing, waiting for her to get home. Ever felt something you can't see, like it's right there, watching? That's when it started for me. Tell me in the comments if you've been there. I'll read everyone, because trust me, it gets worse. That night, nothing. I thought it was over. Next morning, I'm back in bed, The Sims humming along. Then it hits again, that bubble, that breath. I threw my hands up, half laughing, half freaking out. Okay, I'm going downstairs. This time, I grabbed my laptop. Wasn't leaving my game behind. I said black work. My mom got home later with sage and smudged every corner of the house. The breathing stopped. Relief washed over me. Maybe we'd beaten it. A few weeks pass. My grandma, Manny, gifts me this fancy heat-resistant mug for our green tea nights. My mom and I are in the kitchen, chatting, pouring water. I grin and say, "Hey, I think the ghosts are gone." Barely a drop hits the mug. A tiny splash, and it explodes. Shatters into a million pieces, scattering across the counter. My mom's eyes meet mine. We burst out laughing, nervous as hell, and say, "Well, I guess not then." My hands wouldn't stop shaking. What was this place? We moved out a couple years later. Life went quiet. Normal, almost. Then one day, my mom drops this bomb. Casual as anything. "Oh yeah, when I was younger, that house was boarded up. Me and some friends broke in, messed around with a Ouija board. Things started moving. Chairs, cups, everything. We bolted and never went back." I stared at her, jaw on the floor. She opened a portal to the spirit world, and 15 years later, we moved in? Are you kidding me? It clicked. The man in the corner my brother saw. The breathing in our ears. The mug shattering like it was pissed off. It all tied back to that reckless night. I couldn't believe it. Still can't. That house, it wasn't just haunted. It was alive, angry, and we'd been stuck in its grip. 14 years later, I'm out of there. Haven't had anything like it since, and I don't want to. But it's not gone. Not really. Sometimes, in the dead of night, I feel it. A cold draft on my neck. A whisper I can't make out. I check the corners, half expecting that man to be there, matches in hand. I don't keep mugs by my bed anymore. And every creak, every shadow, I'm back in that house, waiting for the next breath. If this left you rattled, hit that like button, subscribe, and drop your own true horror story in the comments. The scariest ones get featured next. Yours could be up soon. I read every single one. It's the only way I stay sane after reliving this. Want your nightmare told? Join our Discord server and share your real horror. Links in the bio. Next video might feature you. Stay safe out there, and maybe check your corners tonight. See you in the next one.